is Texas Tiger Diggs, and I'm going to do something of an unboxing here. I am not big on unboxing videos, as you know, but I will do them when I've got a relatively recent product. And this product is, I don't know, a few months old. I'm not sure when it came out, but it's just now beginning to really get some traction in the market, mainly because it shows some quality of construction I've heard described so far. It shows some depth and distance, and it is a very reasonable cost. I've got my whites, my TRX here. You know, this is my pride and joy. I love my TRX, so I love it. So and I always like to, I like new things, and this is a new detector, and I need backups to the TRX. I still have my I still have my Garret, and but I'm even more frustrated now that I've really gotten used to the TRX, because I can extend its distance by using the little coin method. I've created a little adapter that allows me to do a little metal piece up and down, and that will allow me to increase the distance. But it's frustrating to me that the distance potential is already there. That would make it not as good or as deep as the whites, but would make it more competitive. But it's not being utilized without me doing some tricks. So the Deteknix is what it's called. It's made in China. Really, everything just about, with rare exceptions, are made in China. Even many of the vaunted Minelab machines are made in Malaysia, not China. I'm just talking about they're not always made at the country of origin. In any case, the X pointer here, I'm going to take it out of the box, and let's see if the quality I've heard described so far. Hey, the lanyard, I like that. Cool. If the quality I've heard described so far is really there. Well, you can't complain too much. It seems to be pretty sturdy. It's not quite as rock solid and hard as the Garret, in my opinion, and maybe not quite as rock solid, at least in its basic construction, as the TRX. But the TRX has got batteries in it, so it does give it a little bit more weight and heft, as does the Garret. So I'm going to give this a shot, and we're going to do a test. I'm not going to test it against the Garret. You've seen a dozen of those. I'm going to test it against the TRX. And I'm going to see if it's even vaguely compatible, vaguely competitive. And if it is, then I've got me a new backup. And I'm actually going to take this out as my primary detector, my primary pinpointer in the near future. So tell you what, let's take a look at it. Let me go ahead and open it. Like the little lanyard attachment. Everybody loves this. Okay, so it's got it uses standard 9-volt batteries, unlike the whites, which can use AA batteries. But there are other ones that are one battery type machines. The TRX can use both, so it's got a little edge there. So I'll tell you what, let me go find a 9-volt battery, and we'll restart and get this in and give it a few little quick run-throughs. Oh, here we go. Loading up a fresh battery. Pretty easy, pretty simple to see. The larger one, of course, is the larger pole on your battery, the negative pole, and it just fits in there. And I get this little lanyard loop. Go in. Let's tighten it down. Alright, let's see. There we go. Okay. I like the sound. It stands out. Now this does have a vibrating mode, as does the whites. So let me so we will put it through its paces. I bet. It's not a cheap detector. It has the proximity. It's not like some of the Syntex or some of the others that just give you a beep. It does give you a proximity alert. So that's cool. So now let me tinker with my the settings for intensity or sensitivity here, and we'll see how it works at max sensitivity against the whites at max sensitivity. Alright, I'm going to take the Deteknix here, which I have at its full power. In fact, I'll let you see. When you want to set the Deteknix's sensitivity, you hold down the bottom button, and then you press the on-off key. Remember to hold the bottom button tight, because that changes the on-off function to the sensitivity function. So when I hit it once, that's first sensitivity. Hit it again. 2 beeps, second sensitivity. Hit it again. 3 beeps, that's the third level. And the fourth level, 1 long beep. So it is at full sensitivity. And we're going to do a quick test here. And we're going to test 3 different coins, clad, quarter, dime, and nickel. And I'm going to try to get this pretty even. It doesn't really have to be perfect, but we just need to get a general idea. Okay, at about 2 inches, it hits the quarter. Okay, get it back the way it was. Maybe even a little greater than 2 inches, it gets the nickel. And a dime. Try the dime. Right at 2 inches, maybe a little less, it gets the dime. So let's just average that out as 2 inches that we get on the 3 coins we're going to test. Now I'll switch the Deteknix off, and then I will bring up the white. So white is already at its top sensitivity, and I will just switch it on. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go in the same order. Whites is very sensitive. I have to keep it away from anything metallic. Alright, here we go. I think we see here at about 4 inches, maybe a little more, it picks up the quarter. The TRX is just ridiculous with its depth. And here we go again. Maybe a little greater than 4 inches. It's picking up the nickel. And here we go with our dime. The little clicking, I have to keep it away from the little thing I've got holding it up. At maybe a little bit more than 4 inches, I'm getting the dime. So it's the TRX is about twice the depth of the Deteknix. Now that's not bad mouthing the Deteknix, because the TRX is more than twice the depth of both the Garret and the Minelab pinpointers. So, you know, you take that for what it's worth. Now, we can also do with the Deteknix, I tested this a while back, the little extension trick. So, the little extension trick we use with Garret, where you move a coin up. So I'm going to take the Deteknix, I'm going to switch it back on. It's still at its top sensitivity. And then I'm going to take a penny, and I'm going to move it up until it reacts. Then I'm going to pull it back. Now we know it was going about 2 inches before, so I'm going to take just 1 coin this time, and we're going to test this. At almost 3 inches, so I got a 50% almost increase in depth over the Deteknix there. So that's the difference between the two. So, and like I said, you know, it's not the test is not perfect, you know, and it's not precise, but it does show the TRX in its stupid depth and the Deteknix at a very good depth, equal or greater, in my opinion, slightly greater marginally than either the Garret or the Minelab. And we also know that the extension trick works on it. So So the Deteknix is a good alternative and a good backup, mainly because its price is, what is it? Less than, it's 85. I'm trying to get this right. It's not twice as inexpensive, but very close to being twice as inexpensive as either the Garret or the Minelab, and also not that far off that same factor for the TRX. So for its price, you get a very, very good pinpointer that's equal to the leaders in the market, Garret and Minelab, and you get it at a cost that's $60 less. So I think that the big boys have got two realms of competition. They've got the depth competition, they're losing to TRX, and the price competition, they're losing to Deteknix. I'm looking forward to seeing how they react. I'm looking forward to seeing what the future is going to hold for both the Garret and the Minelab pinpointers, since they're being assailed from all directions. In any case, this is Sexist Tiger Diggs, and I will talk to you next time.